Petro-One calls for operationalization of local refineries to end fuel import dependence. Jigawa retires Sharia judge over alleged misconduct, promotes over 80 staff. Governor Fintiri calls for Southern presidency in the 2027 general elections. On the foreign scene, United States imposes sanctions on Rwanda military over fighting in DR Congo. And in sports news, South African giants renew interest in Nwabali. Good afternoon and thank you for staying with us. And I'm at 88.7 FM. Lauren, this is the news on the hour. I am BISOLA. ODUWOLE SULIEMAN. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Please stay with us.
They never sabi anything. Now we get this town city and we go burn and down as long as say they give us better money. Nothing concern us. Just give us the change and we go scatter ground.
Young man, wait, stop and think. Why cut your life short, following evil orders from unpatriotic elements? Ask yourself, would they put their own children in these dangerous situations? Is it worth the shame, pain, and disgrace to your family, friends, and loved ones? Think about it and say no to being used to disrupt the peace.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
Welcome back from that break. Please note that you can listen to us via our website www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 87 FM and YouTube Diamond FM. Ilorin. Now the news in detail. The Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Petro-One, has called for the immediate operationalization of local refineries to end Nigeria's dependence on imported petroleum products amid escalating Middle East tensions. The national president of Petro-One, Dr. Billy Gillis-Harris, told journalists in Abuja that the ongoing military escalation involving the United States, Iran, Israel, and other allies is disrupting global energy markets with direct threats to Nigeria's petroleum sector. He warned that an escalation of the conflict could drive oil prices above $100 per barrel, increasing Nigeria's reliance on imports. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, has confirmed that Nigerians residing in Qatar, United Arab Emirates, and Iran have begun making inquiries about possible evacuation amid rising tensions in the region. According to the Commission, several Nigerians have sought for clarification on whether the federal government has plans to evacuate citizens if the situation worsens. NIDCOM, however, stated that it has not received any official distress calls from Nigerians in Iran, stressing that evacuation may be difficult at the moment due to flight restrictions and security concerns. The Jigawa Judicial Service Commission has ordered the compulsory retirement of Sharia Court Judge Sadisu Mohammed Aruno following findings of corruption and abuse of office. The announcement was made on Tuesday in Dutse by the Commission's Director of Protocol and Publicity, Mr. Abba Wangara. Wangara said the decision followed a thorough investigation of a petition submitted by Abdullahi Amza, who alleged that the judge had demanded and collected some money from him. The judge also reportedly detained the petitioner illegally, an act deemed a serious breach of judicial ethics under the Jigawa Sharia Court Civil Procedure Rules 2012. Still in the news, Adamawa State Governor Amadu Fintiri has called for rotational presidency ahead of the 2027 polls, saying that no northerner has any business joining the race. The governor, who recently defected from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for the All Progressives Congress, APC, made the submission on Tuesday while speaking on national television, while explaining that anybody has the right to vie for any political office. He stated that the southern region should retain the presidency in the interest of fairness and unity of the country. Meanwhile, he explained that despite aligning with the ruling All Progressives Congress, there is no strained communication with the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar as a result of political differences. And lastly, on the local scene, head of News and Current Affairs Diamond FM, Taiwo Adediro, has recommended a sustainable policy for the transfer of ownership of government properties to public servants following the decision made by the National Industrial Court in Kano to reject the bid made by former commissioners to retain vehicles acquired during their tenure in office. Adediro said this while featuring on the Diamond Breakfast Show, monitored by Anoluwa Yusuf. While speaking, he suggested that successors of government positions should hold their predecessors accountable for government assets, stressing that it should be a norm to carry out inventory in order to enhance transparency and accountability in governance. However, he added that if public officials desire to retain government vehicles after their tenure, a payment structure should be formulated and backed by the law as it limits wastage of government funds. That's it on the local scene. The news on the hour is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. We'll take a short break. When we return, United States imposes sanctions on Rwanda military over fighting in DR Congo. We bring you that story in foreign news and another in the world of sport. Please stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shine supreme.
Welcome back from that break. You're still listening to the news on the hour, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. Before that break, we brought you local stories, and now we move on to the foreign scene. In foreign news, the United States on Monday imposed sanctions on Rwanda's defense forces and top military officials over their role in the ongoing fighting in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, calling for their immediate withdrawal from the mineral-rich region. The U.S. describes Rwanda's military actions as sabotage to the peace agreement between the two countries, signed in December last year, which was brokered by the U.S. Meanwhile, Rwanda has long rejected claims that it supports the rebels, but the U.S. Treasury Department said territorial gains made by the M23 rebels would have been impossible without the backing of Rwanda. Still in foreign news, the United States Embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia's capital, has been hit by 2 drones as Iran announces the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, dramatically escalating a widening regional conflict that has already left more than 600 people dead in Iran and Lebanon. Saudi authorities confirmed the drones struck the U.S. diplomatic compound in the Saudi capital, causing a limited fire and minor structural damage. In response, the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh cancelled all routine and emergency consular services across its missions in Riyadh, Jeddah, Dhahran, and ordered staff and visitors to seek shelter. The attack comes as Israeli forces intensify strikes on Tehran and Beirut amid a mounting death toll across both countries. And that's it on the foreign scene. Moving into the world of sports, Kaizer Chiefs FC have reportedly renewed their interest in Super Eagles' first-choice goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali, as the club looks to reinforce its goalkeeping department ahead of the new season. The Soweto-based side had previously monitored Nwabali during the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, where he assisted the Super Eagles in securing 3rd place. The renewed interest in Nwabali comes at a time when Chiefs FC are dealing with uncertainty surrounding first-choice goalkeeper Brandon Peterson. And that's it in the world of sport. With that, we've come to the end of the news on the hour for today. But before we go, here is a recap of the major highlights. Petroan calls for operationalization of local refineries to end fuel import dependence. Jigawa retires Sharia judge over alleged misconduct, promotes over 80 staff. Governor Fintiri calls for Southern presidency in the 2027 general elections. On the foreign scene, the United States imposes sanctions on Rwanda military over fighting in DR Congo. And in sports news, South African giants renew interest in Nwabali. The Those are the major headlines that's brought to you this afternoon. Before we wrap up the news, we take a look at our Today in History segment. Did you know that on this day in 1924, Major General John Agui Ironsi, the first Nigerian military head of state, was born in Abia State? Now you know. For news coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact the Diamond FM newsroom number on 09160627526, 09160627526. Join us at 3 p.m. for the news flash and at 5 p.m. for the news across the world for a comprehensive bulletin. The news on the hour was put together by Nidu Okorie. I am BISOLA. ODUWOLE SULIEMAN. Thank you for listening to your shining supreme station, Diamond 88.7 FM in Ilorin. Don't forget to keep up to date with us via all our social media platforms at Diamond 87 FM on Instagram and Facebook at Diamond FM Ilorin on YouTube. Log on to our website www.diamondfm.net to listen to us from any part of the world. The news in Yoruba is coming up shortly. Do stay tuned.